Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Omniverse of Nick and Part 12 to the Mcqueen Walking Dead tale. I'm your host, Nick, and like always, before we get into today's episode, be sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the Omniverse of Nick channel, and comment your favorite part or parts of ongoing or past stories, as well as future recommendations for what-if stories and general discussion that you might happen to see on the channel in the future. With all that out of the way, today's episode will be capping off the governor at least for an episode or two and the prison storyline, then resurfacing back later. But it's decent even for a 10-minute episode. Let's get in. Tomas, Andrew, Alan, Ben, Oscar, and Axel have all geared up, ready to defend the prison from Martinez's group, who have been sent to terminate all prisoners except for Alan and Ben. So, with that, Tomas and Martinez come face to face. And this would honestly be a very cool interaction, because this is the first time that I've ever had Tomas take anything of a center field in any kind of plot. But wait until the Tomas survived and other things. That's when you'll really start to see him shine. He aims his gun square at Martinez after talking for a minute and looking at him all intensely, and says, "You'd best get out of our prison," or my prison, one of the two. "We were here first." Martinez says he doesn't care. He doesn't care that this guy Tomas thinks that it's his prison. No. Martinez, he doesn't care about that. He doesn't even care if Tomas and everyone thinks that they're here because of Tyrese and Sasha, which Tomas or him would point out, because it would be obvious, especially towards Alan and Ben's case, Alan mainly. But he does care about what he was ordered to come here and do, which was take down every single person here except for Alan and Ben. And that is exactly what he intends to do. They can either surrender peacefully, or they'll just take him down forcefully. But Tomas says, if you really think you're going to take my prison and kill any of us and come into my yard,
then you must have coral wedged in your frontal lobe.
Just kidding, he doesn't actually say that, but he basically says that they are not leaving, they are not going to go down without a fight, and they for sure are not going to give up any sort of ground or prison anywhere within this radius. And Martinez says that is perfectly fine. And he tells his men to rain fire. And that they do. Guns are blazed right in the direction of all the prisoners, only scraping a few of them. And everybody ducks and hides behind one of the walls of the prison, showing that this is officially war. Tomas basically says to Andrew and everybody concerned to get the ants out of their pants and get ready, because this is their home. Alan and Ben, but this is their home. They're gonna defend it, whether they want to or not. Axel, being the only one to speak up about this, says, Big Tiny's already died. Why can't we just surrender? But Alan, yeah, he shuts him up pretty quickly on the side of being on Tomas's side still 50%. And Tomas shuts him up by saying that you're either with us or you're against us. And with that, that's a done deal. Tomas says on his count, they're all going to return fire and take back their home. Or keep their home, what the frick ever. They do. Tim goes down first on Martinez's side. And this is when the prisoners fully take into action a fight. This is an utter gun war between Tomas's prisoner side and Martinez's Woodbury side. A complete gun war rages out, which would once again be very awesome. Ben, Axel, Crowley, and Gargiulio are all taken out in the ensuing frenzy, leaving Tomas, Oscar, Alan, and Andrew. So they outnumber Martinez's group 4-2. And Tomas, feeling that he has the high ground now, Star Wars reference, says that once again, they are not leaving this prison. And honestly, he knew that this was going to happen. And he aims his gun square at Martinez and Schumpert, saying that they have one last chance. Get out of here right now, get off his prison, and never come back, or he will end them personally right now. Martinez, he looks down, seeing as though him and Schumpert are outnumbered and outmanned, and he is about to get out. It seems like they're about to leave, but just like Rick did to Tomas, Martinez catches Tomas by surprise and guns down Tomas, Andrew, and Oscar all at the same time. So he didn't just catch Tomas and Andrew by surprise, he caught Oscar by surprise too, which isn't much of a big deal, but you know, it's different anyways because of the circumstances. Give me a break here. Alan raises his gun, being the last one left. Schumpert tells him that they have no means. They have no ill will against him. They're not going to hurt him. Then, honestly, Martinez butts in. They didn't even want to kill Ben. Alan and Ben, they didn't want to shoot at them. They were ordered here specifically to kill the prisoners on behalf of Tyrese and Sasha, who, yes, they did join the town, and they didn't come here to kill them. They came here to bring them back because Tyrese knew he was on the wrong side. And Alan, feeling immense remorse and anger and lack of options, he just decides to go, because if he doesn't, he could just lose his life, and they're not trying to kill him, so why do it? Once they get to Woodbury, the governor introduces himself to Alan and apologizes for Ben's loss and says, like Martinez and Schumpert said, Ben was not supposed to die, nor was there any ill will towards him and Ben. He just wanted to get him back here on behalf of Tyrese and Sasha, who wanted him back on their side. But try as they might, the governor, Martinez, Schumpert, Tyrese, Sasha, nothing is making Alan feel okay. He's not only got Donna's death to deal with, but Ben's, and this time it's, in his eyes, Tyrese's fault. So now he has even more of a reason to hate Tyrese. So he honestly wishes that they would have just killed him. Better that than be stuck here with all of this. But Tyrese says no, that would not be the better thing. Ben was not supposed to die, Donna was not supposed to die, and certainly Alan is not meant to die. He told Alan, he warned him about what those prisoners would do. He chose not to listen. He told him about what would happen to Donna, what they had to do. He chose not to listen. They're just trying to do right by Alan since they've been together. And the governor says, well, no more better reason to do that than to stay here in Woodbury, enjoy their time here, and get back on the field that they had before they went to that prison in the first place. Because that's all they really can do. The governor says for them to just stay in the town, deal with their differences, they'll get their bearings back together. He will take care of the prison without anybody there to own it. Whether he would say that or not is mid, but either way, he would take it as a second base, with no kind of threat there besides the walkers. Why not? Meanwhile, ending off the governors and Woodbury's in the prison section for the moment, we get on to Shane and Michonne on the road, and they're approaching a very big and familiar area, of which there might not be coming back from and might actually make the most out of what they've got going on with the two of them. But that's where we end for now. What do you guys think will happen next? How did you like this episode, and what is your favorite part so far? With all that out of the way, don't forget, as always, guys, to smash the like button, subscribe to the Omniverse of Nick channel, and comment your favorite part or parts of ongoing or past franchises, as well as future recommendations for what-ifs and general discussion that you might happen to see. Next time, we'll be touching upon Shane and Michonne again. After that, you'll just have to wait and see, because this series has still got a lot more going for it, and a lot more, especially when we get back to Mcqueen. And I'll see you guys later.